everyone, I'm back with another novel illustration, and this week I got the pleasure to read Queen of Someday by the author Sherry FICKLIN. Now, I've met this author in real life again. She's a really cool person, she's really funny, she's really fun to play Cards Against Humanity with, but that's besides the point. Anyway, so I read her book, Queen of Someday. Now, I do want to give a little disclaimer before I start. This book is a bit more mature than the other books I've read on this channel. So I would suggest 16 and up for this one, just because it covers a little bit of controversial topics that may be a bit sensitive to someone who's a bit under the age of 16. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Anyway, so like I said, Queen of Someday, this book was amazing. I loved it. I love historical young adult books, and that's exactly what this was. It was everything I wanted it to be. It was so great. I'll give you a little background on the story itself without trying to give too much away, because there's a lot of twists and turns that happen. This is the story of Catherine the Great, basically, but it's before she becomes Empress of Russia and before she actually becomes Catherine the Great. So the story starts off with Sophie. She's from Prussia at the time. She's from Prussia, and she gets carted away to Russia because her family is losing basically everything, and her mother, who is friends with the Empress, sort of, they make a plan to kind of try to get Sophie and the current Prince of Russia engaged and married so that Sophie may one day become Empress of all Russia, aka Catherine the Great, which I'm sure you've heard of before, hopefully. So this is a story of how that happened and her time at court before she was actually had any power, and how she rose to power and what kind of person she was before she was Catherine the Great. Now, I love how this book was written because it reads like a historical nonfiction book, but at the same time, it's still young and it's still modern and it's still very relatable as a young adult reader. So I thought that was really well written. It was really nicely done, and I still felt like I was learning stuff at the same time, which was pretty cool. I liked it anyway. And another really cool thing that this author did in her book is every few chapters or so, she has QR codes, and when you scan this QR code, it actually takes you to an interview with the author, and she kind of explains more about Sophie and more about the book, where she got her inspirations from, gives a few history lessons throughout, and I thought that was a really, really nice touch, and I've never seen that in a book before. So I really, really appreciated that aspect of it, because as I was reading the book and getting into the book, I could also hear the author's point of view of certain things, and like, she would say, I got this idea by doing this, and I wanted to portray Sophie in this emotion because this happened, and this actually happened in real life, but I changed this part of it, and I just thought that was a really, really cool thing. I totally think more authors should do stuff like that. Anyway, so definitely check out this book. It was amazing. Also, this is the first book in her series. She has Queen of Someday, which is the first one. Queen of Tomorrow is number 2. And Queen of Always is going to be releasing this September. And I'm like counting down the days because I cannot wait to finish this series and see how everything ends. And oh, especially this last one, the second book left off on kind of a cliffhanger, and I'm just like, is she gonna do it? Is she gonna do it? Okay, but I'm not gonna give anything away because you guys will just have to experience it. But it is wild, and it's so good. It's very good. It's very fast-paced too. It was a really quick read, which I liked. So I blew through both books in like 3 days, I think. I just devoured them. And they were just, I liked the pacing of them a lot. I didn't get bored. I didn't get, especially, it's kind of hard to do with certain historical books. You can kind of get lost in all of the stuff that's going on. But this kept moving, kept going. It was so great. I honestly can't just give this book enough praise. It was so good. So yes. So this is Sophie, of course, who I'm drawing right now. I wanted to portray her with a really fierce and really determined expression because that's who, to me, her character portrays. She's very headstrong, steadfast. She's got a good head on her shoulders. She deals with a couple things in the book. I don't want to give too much away that kind of sways her, but especially at the end of the end of the book, she knows who she is. She knows what she wants. She knows what she wants to get done, and I really admired her as a character for that. So I really wanted to give her a really not mean expression, but very fierce and very, I am Sophie and I am here to kick butt and take names, because that's who she is to me. And I fell in love with that. So yes, I really loved this book. You guys should totally check it out. It's available on Amazon. I believe it's available through Barnes & Noble as well. Go like Sherry's Facebook page, follow her on Twitter, follow her Instagram, all that good stuff. She's an amazing person, an amazing author, and I loved reading her books. And I believe that's it for this week's video, so thank you guys so much for watching. Go check all that out. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, just shoot me a message, and I will see you guys in a few days. Bye!